that the truth can be like shitty, but it's necessary. Like, if you gonna make any progress with anything, the truth is where it's at. You can't run from it, you can't sugarcoat it, you can't nothing. Like the truth. And be honest with yourself first. You know what I mean? You gotta be honest with yourself. Or you can go out here to the world, perpetrate all you want to. You gotta sleep with yourself at night. Like, come on, man. Be honest with yourself and start from there. Like, the truth has to be what you stand on to get any type of progress. You lie, you live a life of lies and manipulation and like all of that, you running in circles. I remember writing that motherfucker, man. It was like one of the lowest points in my life, or what it felt like at the time. Like probably a year or two ago, maybe around there. Not two, but like between a year and 2 years. I was sitting in the car, and everything around me was just like, fuck, like just low. I'm like, man, you gotta express. I'm not naturally a vulnerable person. Like, I'm going through the storm, I'm not picking up the phone, calling my friends, and like, I'm just like, I'm eating my shit and just figure it out like on my own. I'm like, man, put it in the music. Put it in the music, write your story, write what you feel, figure it out. So I'm sitting in the car parked, and the beat playing on the speakers in the car, and I'm like, I'm freestyling at first. So I always freestyle melodies and cadences. Then I got to spin bars, then I write the story, then I like put the song together, all within like a fucking hour and a half. And it never just flow like that. So I knew like, okay, I'm on to something. So I write it, I put it together, I make it sound like what it sounds like. I gotta go record this tomorrow. When next day, make blue cheese. I sat on it for a minute, like, cause it's not just me telling my story. Like my family's like life is in there, like everybody else's business is kinda in there. I'm like, man, and I spent my whole life kind of like protecting my family, not sharing too much stuff, just keeping their secrets, keeping our secrets, like, right. You know, just our business. I'm like, man, fuck that. Like, this is my life, this is my story. Other people are going through the same thing. Why not put it out there? Why not be vulnerable? Why not? Like, people can relate to that type of thing. So after I sat on, I prayed on it. I'm like, fuck it, the world gotta hear it. But it was hard, because I don't share. So a lot of my friends and close people to me, when they heard it off rip, they was like, what the hell? Like, you going through all of this? My father looked me in my face and he told me I should quit. That was like the hardest thing to put in there, because it was like, my fucking daddy, like, that's your parent. He's basically telling you, like, man, hang that shit up, type shit. And I'm like, oh, hell no. And when he told me in the moment, when he told me, I didn't let it affect me or let it show that it affected me, because I like to keep my shit together until I'm like by myself. But went home, that was that same night when he told me that. That's when I went home, wrote that record, and everything was like falling apart. So that was hard to put in there, because it's like, all right, her dad telling her this and that, and we never talked about the shit that happened in the past between the two of us, and it's just like, love him to death, love my dad to death, but your opinion really don't matter right now. I don't really care, really, but the fact you had the audacity to tell me that, I gotta put this in the song. And he called me when he heard it. The song came out, he called me like 2 days later. He like, what the fuck? I'm like, you said it. We had to talk it out, hash it out, whatever. That was what it was. Okay, at first, when I first started like writing for real, I more so wrote for like the vibe of things, or like what things sound like sonically and what's like feels good. But that was stemming from the place of like, don't tell too much. Like, protect whatever business y'all got as a family. Don't tell too much. Like, do what's safe. Do the vibe, do the party, do the fun, do this and that. And that really wasn't fulfilling me. That was like not feeling good at all. It's like, I'm blending in. It's not even me. I'm not even the party type. I don't even go out and have fun in the club like that. Like, that's, fuck that. So then I'm all right, sit down, unlearn what you learn, what you conditioned to be like that Mori dead. Like, that Mori don't serve you. So then I'm like, okay, they get real, just tell y'all truth. Tell the truth, tell your truth. And whoever it offends or like make uncomfortable in the process, that ain't your problem. You gotta own your story. Like when you growing up and your parents are raising you or whoever's raising you, like you have to do what they say. Like you under their roof type. And you become your own adult, you got your own beliefs, your own morals, your own everything. So it's like that might contradict all you've known your whole life. And that rift right there, that boundary right there can cause a lot of tension. But once I crossed that bridge, everything felt different. It felt good. Like the music felt good. It felt real. I was like happy to play this shit for people. At first I was like, nah, I ain't playing. But now I'm like, man, hear this shit. I'm like, can't wait to let people hear what I'm making because it's real. Oh, wow. And I'm behind it all the way. So my upbringing pretty much, once I like owned it, I was like, man, fuck how people view it. It started feeling good. But on the vulnerability and transparency is what I'm really trying hard to focus on moving forward. And don't hide your story because people need to hear that. And people that's going through the same shit. You know, Jesus had to carry his cross to his demise. Like, fucked hard. But fucked up and all. Like, got beaten and everything, had to carry his cross to get hung up there. By himself, barefoot and everything. And he didn't give up. Like, you know, he's gonna die, right? Like, at the end of this walk, you out of here, granted, you know, God bring it back to life there. But you walking that walk to be done in the flesh. And you still carrying it proudly, weak and all, bleeding and all, scars and all. But you're doing it for your purpose, what you were sent down here to do. So, I believe in God, love my relationship with the Lord. If my cross ain't nowhere near that one, that walk, that path Jesus took with that cross ain't nowhere near that. So what I look like giving up and like not being fearful in my path, even though shit might feel heavy. Like, carry that shit. Carry that shit and don't fucking worry about what comes next because you know who you serve. Fuck the perpetrating, fuck the good life, fuck whatever, fuck the social media era, fuck all of that. Like, every day you wake up and live a real life, whether you post it or you don't. Mm-hmm. You know the truth. I'm not ashamed to live mine. This is what I feel honest. I could have more support helping me carry my cross. But like I said before, I wasn't open. Like, anything I was going through, it was my business alone. I'll figure it out. So I'm just juggling the world like it's me. But if I was more open, call my friends, talk to my mama, call my granny, like, oh, I need this and da. It could probably would have been a little lighter. Yeah. But at the time, I ain't had no support because I wasn't trying to get nothing. At that point, I just choose me because if I don't, I'll fuck around and lose. So you gotta, no matter what, you can have the most generous heart. You can be the most helpful individual. But you cannot help to your best ability if your cup is empty. So you got nothing to give. So I'm like, if I'm prioritizing everybody else, and everybody else kind of prioritizing them too, there's no space where I'm prioritized. And there's nobody's job to prioritize me really but me. So, before I lose myself in the sauce, practice putting me first. So you got this. Or shit's gonna just, who are you at that point? You lose yourself. You down bad. So before I let myself get to my lowest point, I'm like, nah, make you the highest. No matter what it looks like, figure out what that looks like in your life. You might fuck up trying to prioritize yourself in the beginning, learning what that looks like. But you owe it to yourself. You gotta save yourself out here. But that blue cheese, that's money, man. And it ain't always about the money. Like, for me, at the base of it all, it's not always about it. It's about the message about who you are, what you stand on, your principles, of course. But niggas need money to live.
Yeah, I mean,
we can't act like
deny that.
Come on, everybody need money. We can't act like we don't need that. So I'm on my mission to, increase financially, but do it in a real way. Like, do it in a real way. Just being me, being who I am, sharing my story, telling my story, and putting it out to the world as creative as possible. But stacking that money, creating generational wealth for what comes from me is like important. And taking care of my mama, like all of that is important. So I'm trying to do what I can to get to that place. And then all I know is hustle, gain respect, and pure survival. That's all I know. Like, growing up, we ain't really had nothing, really. So everything we got was from the hustle. Like, you had to get out there and figure it out, one way or the other. Like, I was 12 years old, feeding me, my mom, and my brother on my own, figuring it out, like, how we had to do it. So the hustle came early. Knowing how the budget came early too, but shit. But came early, gain respect. You can't let nobody play with you, and that's not always being physical or aggressive. Like, sometimes I sit and I be like, oh man, I wish I could have grew up in this different life. And I was surrounded by friends. My friend group is 5 of us, including me. 3 out of the 5 grew up like homes, 2-parent households, like they own room, they own space, they own bathroom. They just had everything. Like, at the time, that's what it looked like from the outside looking in. And I'm here, me, my mom, my brother, 1-bedroom apartment, no furniture, this and that. Like, so seeing when I go to my friend's house, what that looks like compared to what I look like, I'm like, I ain't got shit. Like, that's what it feel like. But when you get older, it's kind of, I'm fucking lost where I was going with this point. But when you get older, it's kind of like 2-parent households don't always mean better. They don't always mean better. Like, what goes underneath that roof is impactful just as much. Like, my mom held shit down, man. Like, love her to death. She held shit down. Probably in a more like general aspect of life, yes. I would. I'll play blue cheese. But I'm torn between that or can't take this pain, which I was torn between. That's one I was torn between submitting for this. But I went with blue cheese. But blue cheese would be a good pick because it details life, like everything that's gonna happen, like parents, nephews, life, morals, hustle, respect, survival. Like, it'll lay out all the things that I'm going to experience. But yeah, probably blue cheese would be the one I play for. Hopefully she'd be receptive to it and like really take it in. Because younger me was more like living for other people type thing, like, or scared to be me type thing, like background shadow type. So if that song will get her out of that, definitely. I'll play that. Sometimes, I don't know if it's crazy now. Sometimes I got this photo album full of pictures, me younger, whatever, like little actual like fucking photos that they print out at the photo book. Sometimes I sit and I look at all the pictures. I'm going through them. It's me like 3 years old, 8 years old, just young, with my granny, with my brother, like just looking through them. And I just sit there and I look at that little girl and I'm like, you had no idea what life was gonna be like. And like, it's a little form of therapy for me. I be like emotional about it when I do it, but it helps heal me and my inner child. Like, just looking back at that girl and seeing like the emotion that girl had, the things that girl knew compared to today. And I be trying to encourage people to do that shit. Like, look at your old self and just really take in, like, yo, you already know what life looked like. And you know how you feel about how it went. So make the next 20 plus years what you want it to. And you got a chance. So you're going to be 20 years from now looking back on this phase of life. Limit the regrets. Work on the album, man. Work on the album, like, some real life. This is my life. I'm like, start the present day. This is how Mori got to Mori. And I'm trying to display that in a creative way, obviously. But got an album coming. Now or Never, that's what it's called. Now or Never.
Oh, we got a title already.
Yeah, Now or Never. So on the way, I got the tracks done already too. I'm gonna go to listen to it, listening session of it. After this. But got that coming for y'all. Got some shows. I'm going to Atlanta next month in April. I got Ohio at the end of May. I got Dallas coming after that. So more shows, more content, the album on the way. That's what I'm like most excited about. Like, go listen to that shit. That's gonna be crazy. I'll put my life on it. It's real shit. You like real shit, you like the honest truth, you like vulnerability, you like honesty, you like higher purpose. Go listen to Now or Never by Mori White, man. You got it. Let me know what you think about it. Go stream it, man. It's real. It's real. I feel tied to it. It's real personal. I ain't never felt like nothing ever like this. Mori White, baby. You can find me everywhere, and I'm Mori White. Mori White, like the color. Go listen to my shit, man. Some real shit.